Luther's demonic relic sword, the Barbus Blade. Backstory and history. This sword was commissioned by the blood god, where Khorne furnished from his bloody sleek right finger a small clipping off the tip of his talon. This ungodly ebony element, in addition to other disturbing horrific comprised material, was used in forging the Barbus Blade. It was constructed in the blood-soaked fiery pit of Khorne's armory, his forgery located deep in the center of the brass fortress. The Barbus Blade was created to be presented as a gift to Khorne's chosen, one mortal of several candidates who would be named champion of the blood god. Only a warrior with high potential in the service of Khorne, a deprived harbinger of skulls for the blood god's mantel. Khorne, the oldest of the gods, few ever are his candidates ever elevated to the rare title of demonhood. Eventually, such an individual catches the gaze of Khorne, an inspiring mortal warrior whose spilling of life-sustaining essence of thousands, young and old, men, women, even children. This warrior, undoubtedly, would be dubbed the champion of Khorne. The Watchers, tasked by the god of blood with the mission of observing, additional duty to bestowed promotions and guidance to his warlords. However, another supreme entity, timely foreboding rumors of a troublesome tale on the winds of fate, Tzeentch, would not have this destiny outlined in blood come to pass. The deities, each having its chosen arch-nemesis, were all in the tremendous opposition, as each battle for supremacy as sole primordial annihilator, competition on the unseen pedestal of balance between the four gods. It was always on a pendulum, ever-shifting proportion of power between the four. If Khorne was allowed another addition amongst his ranks of generals, surely tipping balance in his favor could not be tolerated, especially in the eyes of the changer of ways, the blood god's arch-enemy, Tzeentch. Belakor, perpetually vindictive and eternally embittered with discord toward the ones who once laid claim to be his creators as well as his masters. Belakor, Lord of Shadows, was inherently gifted with a minimum essence of each chaos god's powers, at a rare council where each of the four godly beings made a pact in his creation thus, Belakor, the first being of chaos undivided. Ultimately, the Lord of Shadows would be fooled by his proprietors with belief that he would be set free to rule a portion of the realm of chaos and would not have to abide to any of the four gods. With this belief betrayed, joined by the impression of being a slave, Belakor is always keen to seize any opportunities for trickery and foul play, with meddling in the affairs of the gods and fouling their plans. He is consorting with the fragile Zeon's breakable mortals and children of the warp, the Neverborn, along with the lesser demons. By them, Belakor secretly spreads word amongst the children of Tzeentch of Khorne's prized blade and intentions of promoting a mortal to the rank of champion. He also spreads knowledge of the Barbus Blade power contained in the material used in its crafting. The great deceiver Tzeentch receives the report, gaining knowledge of the blade's existence, its purpose, and its capabilities. The changer of ways schemes a plan. With Tzeentch's power as the chaos god of fate, he schemes to twist fate itself, where Khorne's chosen champion, at the cusp of receiving the blood god's gifted sword, is met with an untimely demise. A lieutenant of Tzeentch hierarchy covers the foul blood blade in the cloth of time, thus acquiring the blade for his master. The blade is presented before Tzeentch, Khorne's crafted gift infused with the Skull Lord's essence. Thus, it cannot be held or wielded by any other than his chosen. Crafty and ever cunning, Tzeentch's universal knowledge shows him that only a god of chaos can unmake or change the bindings and crafts of any other of the gods. However, there is a price to be paid in such dealings, whether otherworldly or on the mortal plane of existence. Just how much will one god pay to alter another god's will? Tzeentch sacrifices one of his demon princes, as well as slicing a wound across his palm. The Changer of Ways showers cosmic plasma over the Barbus Blade that is grasped in the dissolving talons of the dying prince, thus completing Tzeentch's vindictive scheme. The cosmic howl and a mighty roar of the enraged Lord of Blood, Tzeentch, can be heard throughout the Immaterium, followed in response by Tzeentch's echoing bird-like cackle. Belacor smiles in the shadows, basking in the discord that is the realm of chaos.